Hello everybody, my name is Josh, and today on our little homestead, I got the chickens out, the guineas, the birds, the ducks. There's ducks over there. They've been fed, they see me coming, so they think there's more food. It's been raining a lot because it's spring. So, put out this little path to help us get over there. Got some pallets up there where it's real muddy. We've been using that rain gutter as their feed thing, but they like to knock it over. One of our roosters, it looks like, has a little bit of frostbite from winter. I tried to put a little bit of that Healy rub stuff, I forget what it's called, on there, but he won't let me touch him. Ducks are digging around in the mud. But yeah, that's the ducks, that's the birds. They survived winter, thankfully. We got down to like 20 degrees, which is actually pretty good. Last year we dropped down to like 5, and I want to say even -5. And we got some snowfall. Here's my little Honda. Here's a little puff. This was my first vehicle. I'm gonna try to be working on it soon. But the whole front end was someone backed into it when it was the previous owners, and I had to do a lot of work. That's a new hood, surprisingly. It's the only part that like got this rusty look on it. But it had primer paint on there. That I painted. The whole rest of the car I painted. Just not the hood. That was left with just the primer, and it rusted real bad. And then it overheats on me, or it did overheat on me. And I found the leak, one of the hoses to the heater, I believe is what it was. And of course, the Model T, which here's a little puff again. Been working on a little bit. Off camera, I rewired that light. I think the issue with it is not the connections, but I think maybe the lights just don't work that well when it's not on, because neither of them are really that bright. Either that or the battery's just getting low. So I removed the fuel pump. It's this over here, because no fuel was getting through it at all. And it was just causing issues to where it was either way too much fuel when it was on, or no fuel was getting through at all. So what I did was let me just close this. Yeah, I gotta go around the other side. That's the one thing I don't like about this hood. It's either one side or the other. I never had both opened. So I installed a new fuel line. I went with the original route of using the felt washer, or the felt seal in there. It seems to be holding up so far, but I haven't even run the engine yet, so I don't know how it'll do when it's run. I don't believe this is usually there. Usually it's just a little elbow and it goes straight over to the sediment bowl, but I wanted to have easy access to this, and that's a steady spot there. I used to have one right here, but every time I did it, it was like bending the fuel pump. So this is a better route to go. So it's just going straight to, this is a little holder to keep it in place. Straight down over to, oh, if I can get my phone down under here. I have this here to catch any extra fuel that might be dripping. Ah, there we go. To that. And the main valve, which is on the other side of it, you can't see it, actually is stuck, and I broke the handle off of it. So I can't turn the fuel off here, which is another good reason why I have it right there. And then there's a slight gas leak, as you can see. I think it's coming from the actual part where it screws into the gas tank. Yeah, but I'll get that fixed eventually. It's just very, very slight. And I drained the oil, that's why this is down here. And then, you saw my last video, there's a massive oil leak. And I had a piece of wood here, just to kind of contain it. I thought it was going into there, but it was not. It turned out there was just a bunch of oil all underneath that piece of wood. So that's what the stain is. I used cat litter to soak it up, and I actually did very well. I'm actually kind of impressed. But I thought that the oil leak was right here, and yes, those are nails. I'm gonna have to remove those eventually. I thought it was right there where that glob is, but it is actually right here where all these little screws are for underneath the lower oil pan cover, I think is what this is called, or the inspection cover. I'm not sure. So, drain the oil. It's been draining for a few days now. So I'm gonna try to get that off. We're gonna take a look inside. Okay, just go down here and lay down in some cat litter. It's gonna be fun. Put my hood on so it don't get in my hair. Ugh. Hey, little pup. It's never a car fixing video without, hey, get out the Model T. What are you doing? Really? You're just gonna be above me this whole time? Okay. Whew. Already got stuff falling in me. Or falling into my eyes. Let's see, can I get that with this? These even fit. Yes. So the 14mm fits. That's the wrong bolt. Okay. I need something a little smaller than 14mm. Okay, 1/2 inch works. Somehow it don't surprise me. Can I get that one That would suck if I open this and just oil pours out of my head. So I'm gonna back up. Yeah, these are all, they all have a little bit of oil on them. So this is definitely where the oil leak was. Should really replace those nails with actual cotter pins here soon. I keep putting that off. So these have, yeah. Let me see if I can show you. They got the little springy washer. I forget what it's called now that I'm trying to say what they're called. There's some bolts with some, I guess gasket sealer on it. It's like deteriorated. They look like they're brass. Yeah. I don't know if they're new or if these are original. I'm not sure. I'll grab this one. Okay, cool. No. Yeah. These two are there. Ew. That was cold. These two are the hardest to reach, so I'm trying to get them first. So I don't want it hanging off and then leave those two. Might have to use this one on this one. This is going to be my first look at the inside of the actual engine. So this will reveal the crankshaft. I'm kind of looking forward to that. I'm kind of scared too, honestly. And just a disclosure, I am not a professional mechanic. I'm just some 26-year-old kid that happened to come across a Model T. I'm doing my best, doing a lot of research, but you know, take what I say and what I do with a grain of salt. And if you do know stuff that I'm doing wrong, please tell me down in the comments. Because if I can avoid destroying this thing, that would be great. Okay, there's another one. Our little thingy stuck on it. Little spring-loaded washer. There we go. Okay, now I should be able to. I'm gonna do the center ones, and then I'll go for all the ones around it. Oh shit! Okay. And now I'm down under here. I can see that from what I can see, there is no gas leak coming from the carburetor. Otherwise, it would be dripping all over my face right now. That's cool. You know, I think I see why these leak. Yeah. So, I don't know if it's still recording, I hope it is. They're using these little spring washers, the lock nut? Is that what these are called? I'm not sure. But they've got this little, split right there because it's a spring and it compresses. I'm wondering if that's where the oil is actually coming out. Because if they're putting gasket sealer around this, and if this thing moves and, tightens down, I'm wondering if it's not, I wonder if they just weren't sealed properly, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I feel like that one's easy to get too, so I'll save that for last. But it also makes sense because they keep the bolts in here. This is definitely like a high torque, high movement area. So at least inside it is. This one's real oily. So those, from what I can tell, all the ones on the front had the most oil on them. But I also had the back wheels jacked up for the most of the past couple months. So all the oil must have been kind of leaning forward. Ooh. Keep whacking that thing. And this one's the worst. Get over there. I'm thinking, well, now I'm thinking the guineas are going to be screaming at me, but I'm thinking when I put this back on, I might put some normal washers on here and then these lock washers. That's what they're called, lock washers, I think. Maybe, if I have enough, that is. If I have enough washers. Hi, chicken. Hey, Roosty. They're coming to investigate. How many are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Is that right? 17. Yeah, 17. This one's gonna guess. Oh, that front one's dripping oil now. Yeah. That's fun. I would suspect that these bumps right here probably have a lot of oil in them, so I'm gonna have to be careful when I let this thing down. Make sure I put the oil pan underneath it. Ooh, where'd that go? Oh, okay. Only a couple more. I'm gonna, just in case, I'm gonna pull this right about here. Oh, I'm gonna go for these first. I might have to pry this thing off. Oh, God. Oh. Oh, man. Laying on that concrete floor is rough. Hello, Puff. What are you doing? Ooh. Got really started dripping quite a bit of oil down here. I'll just try to stick a screwdriver in there. Ooh, that sounds real juicy. Actually, I have an idea. I bought another oil can thingy. Stick that on there just in case. This one's actually a bit bigger. Really wipe up that oil that just came out. That should help a little bit anyways. There comes oil. Oh yeah, glad I put that under there. Gosh, that looks freaky. Grab this and show you what I mean. Looks like a scene from a horror movie right there. Yeah, I was right. Those bumps down there definitely are full of oil. Filling off the old gasket over there. What's that? Oh. Looks like it's maybe been patched? Welded right there? I don't know what that is. I'll just sit you down about that. Oh, man. See, how am I doing this? I could just clamp you on right here. There we go, that works. Hell, I should have had that down there the whole time. Okay, let's show you what I'm looking at. Come on, focus. There we go. I have no idea what that is. The only thing I can think of is that that's a patch. Okay, I'm gonna go just try to get this down to a spot so we can see what's down in there. I'll just move you back here for a minute. I am very curious as to what this looks like. Clip you on right here, maybe? No, that ain't working. Okay, that'll work. Everything's always in my way. See a cotter pin. See two cotter pins. I'm sorry. You see what I'm seeing? Right there. That is 2 cotter pins that are not even fully in where they should be. It's interesting. Yeah. There's another one back there. Huh. There's a gear. Oh, that's cool. The pistons. Didn't even realize what I was looking at for a second. Let's try not to get oil to drop on my phone. Huh. It's actually the first time I've ever looked at the inner components of an engine like this. What's that? That bar is running across over there. Let's see. Thankfully, as far as I'm aware, I don't have to work on any of this. I just gotta fix the oil leak. But if you don't know what you're looking at, those are your pistons back there. When the gas comes in and it combusts, it pushes that down, or that piston. So that means it forces this to rotate over here, forces that one that way, forcing that piston up. Same with that one. So these two go up, the other ones go down. And then when the combustion happens again, it forces those two down and the other ones. And that creates your rotation to make your wheels go vroom. There's zombies outside again. This is cool. Phew. I wish I had more space to get down under here. But as for the oil leak, you can see that there's a bit of gaskets I gotta take off. Oh, man. Ugh. Thankfully, I don't have to do that part underneath the car. But, let's see, do I need to... It doesn't look like I'm in need of an oil pan underneath this. I think it just needs to hold that, because that was holding oil. Oh my God. I'm 26, but it's still really hard to get off of concrete floors. Especially when you're underneath stuff. Phew. Yeah, have you noticed? I don't think I did a video on it, but I replaced those gaskets right there. Those blue things. That was pretty easy. You just take these off, put them on there, put it all back on. Let's see. I ain't got room in here anymore.
Hey, kitty.
You may not think it, but taking out those bolts was a lot of work. I had bought these two gaskets here, and it's looking like the bigger one is what actually fits mine. Hopefully it's not like the transmission gaskets where none of the holes actually lined up, but we gonna find out. And then, just like I used on the transmission, I'm gonna use the Permatex Ultra Black. It's the oil resistant gasket maker sealer thingy. But for right now, over here. There it is. This is looking very papery. Maybe I could just use my screwdriver to take that off. That thing I used before. Where is that? There it is. Screwdriver and a wood chisel thingy. I don't like goopy. Don't like goopy stuff at all. That change? The heck? What the heck? Could have sworn this was solid a minute ago. What the fuck is that? What is this? Do y'all know? It's like... I don't... Is it a magnet? I don't know what the heck that is. all this oil off. Oh, you know what would be smart? Is if I just put it upside down. Should be fine. Oh, well, whatever. Should be fine. Because the majority of the oil was down there at that front part, anyways. This back part wasn't really holding that much oil. But yeah. Let's do something with this. But, you know, I think this part I'm gonna leave here. It's getting dark outside, it's getting kind of cold. I might just pick this up a little later. But until then, see you next time.